So again, welcome back to the class. In the last class, we were discussing something about modulation, what is the need of modulation and what are the factors affecting modulation. So we left with something that was very important. The factors were length of antenna and the power radiated by antenna. If we want to maintain these two things, we have seen that the frequency of the transmitted wave should be higher. So to you can say to fulfill this need, to have this need fulfilled, to have the higher frequency, we have superimposed our modulating signal with the carrier wave. So while discussing that, we are knowing with the equation that we have achieved, that was the modulation index. You've learnt about the modulation of the wave that you want to transfer, that you want to transmit, or any message you can say, or the signal. So therein you have learnt about the modulation as well as the demodulation. In the previous lecture, we have talked about only the amplitude modulated wave, that is the AM wave. We haven't discussed about the FM wave and the PM or the pulse modulation, because we are only limited to the amplitude modulation in this chapter. So we will be discussing only that, and therein we have learnt about the modulation index, which was denoted by mu, and it can be written as AC upon AM. That means amplitude of carrier wave upon the amplitude of modulating wave, and you can write this as A max minus A minimum divided by A maxima plus A minima, where your A max and A min is nothing but AC plus AM, and your A minima is AC minus AM. That means the subtraction of this carrier wave amplitude and the modulating wave amplitude, and this is the addition of these two terms. So this is something you have to remember, because in number of questions you will see that this formula is going to be used, and also these two things will be used to find out A max and A minima. Or in few question, 1 mark question, you will see directly this formula is going to be applied. So you have to remember this also. These three things you have to remember about modulation index. And yeah, one more thing, we have learnt about the frequency spectrum. So come with me that side, we will be learning about that also. Just a recap of that and nothing else. I told you about the frequency spectra, and there you have seen there were three peaks like this, this and this. So these two were known as the side bands. What were these? These were the side band. This was omega c plus omega m. This was omega c minus omega m, and this is omega c. And here we have seen the amplitude. This was the amplitude of the side bands, which was mu AC upon 2, and this was the frequency of carrier wave. This is the amplitude of the carrier wave. So this we have learnt. These two were known as the side bands. Okay. So what was the importance of these two side bands? When you are going to see the frequency range and the wavelength, the wavelength I was saying, I am just going to show you. You have seen that okay. So now you will see that your frequency that was lying between these was like this, and this was nothing but the AM wave, that means amplitude modulated wave. Now The thing is that what do we mean by these side bands in this? You have seen two terms, omega c minus omega m and omega c plus omega m. So here you have to understand what do we mean by these two. One will be your minimum frequency, one will be your higher maximum frequency. So in this term, you will say that this, the maximum point corresponding will be having maximum frequency, okay, and the one which will be at the lower point, that will be called as the, let me take another colored chalk. So this will represent omega c minus omega m. So this you have to remember, and you have to understand what do we mean by these two terms, omega c minus omega m and omega c plus omega m. So this, the minimum frequency corresponding, that will be omega c minus omega m, and the omega c plus omega m will be the highest point, okay. So this is how, what is the importance, this is the combination of the sinusoidal waves of different frequencies, and this is nothing but the equation, the formation or the diagram of the amplitude modulated wave, okay. Okay, so this we have seen. Now we have to learn about the thing that we are here to discuss, which is the general information regarding today's era. That means the communication system of today's era. You must have learnt about the internet, email, the Google, Yahoo, Rediffmail, Mozilla Firefox, www, e-commerce, GPS, fax, mobile telephony, and so many things. So I am first of all going to write all these terms over the board, and then we will be discussing one by one what do we mean by that. Let me just write firstly fax or facsimile. Secondly, let us discuss about modem. Then we will discuss about internet and the search engines. And in this internet, we will be discussing something about e-commerce, email, e-books or online chat. And also one more thing I am going to add, broadcast message, that we will be discussing. And then we will be discussing something more about mobile telephony. Okay, so now we are going to learn about these things that I have written over here. So let us just start with the very first term, that is fax. The fax is that term which I think the student which is from 21st century will be knowing, definitely knowing. Your father, your mother, your parents, your guardians, you, your siblings, everybody would be knowing about this term, the fax. What do we mean by the fax? It is the transmission of message, transmission of any document, any image using the telephonic cable. The telephonic medium is used to transfer the message from one medium, from one place to another place. But the important thing is using the telephonic line. So let us start doing that. The facsimile this fax is the abbreviation, or you can say the short form of facsimile, okay. So people have omitted using this term because this was a longer term and this is the era where the people is using the short term, so we started using the fax instead of facsimile, okay. So in this communication, I told you the telephonic line is used. to transfer your message. Now what do we mean by the telephonic line? The telephone that you use, that the you can say the landlines that you would have seen at your homes, that I am talking about and nothing else. So there are two fax machine which is placed, one at the transmission media and another at the receiving media, at the receiving end, at the transmitting end. So at the transmitting end, one machine is placed like this. Let us just suppose you wanted to transfer your original document. So you will let the message enter to this fax machine. Here your optical scanner has been placed. This optical scanner will scan the whole document that you want to transfer. After being scanned, it will be transferred to the sensor. And you know what does the sensor do? It will sense all the areas where the ink will be applied. So you can understand that whole the document, wherever the lines are being written, it will detect those lines and it will transfer then this sensor to the modem. Now this is in the form of digital signal. And over here one printer is attached. See, after then what will happen? Through the modem this message will go and it will go to the receiving end. Now see, again at the receiving end what has been happened? Again one machine is placed here. You will see this modem will convert this digital signal into the analog signal. I will tell you what is the role of modem. It is just to convert one form of network to another. Like it will transfer the now digital signal by converting it into the analog signal through the telephonic line. This is nothing but the telephonic line through which now it will be placed at the receiver's end. Okay. So at receiver's end one machine will be placed similar like this, just a copy of this. Here optical scanner would be placed, or should I directly write the optical scanner. After that what? Sensor. And finally after that we will be having a printer attached. Yeah, one more thing that I forgot over here is the modem. Firstly, a modem will be applied over here. Here, optical scanner, then sensor, then modem. So at this place your optical scanner would be placed. So then what will happen? See, suppose this analog signal will be going to modem. Now this analog signal will again converted into the digital signal, and after being converted, the instruction will be given to the printer, and the printer will print out whatever the document is coming. Message or document, because this sensor will tell that this message has came, and the sensor will transfer the information to the printer, and the printer is going to give the fax document. See, all this being happened through our telephonic line. This is the major difference between transferring any message through the telephonic line or the, you can say, email or any online chat. So this was the difference. So at the earlier times, when we were not having so many, you can say, the technology, there we have started using the to sending our message or documents through the use of telephonic line, that we call as the fax. But nowadays this has become very much simpler. Even using your WhatsApp, you can transfer any document through, or there are so many social media, I could say, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, your WhatsApp, you can use any of these to transfer, to send any message or any document using your these IDs. Because you guys would be having your personal IDs, where login IDs I should say, so that you will be using to transfer your message from one person to another, right? So this was in the maybe this also being used at some places also today also, but the use of fax has been reduced by the time because of the, but yeah, I think some offices, government offices still use this to prevent the privacy, or you can say the confidential data. See, what is being happening in the fax will be transferred through a telephonic line. That means if I want to transfer my message to a person B, this person will be having a telephonic number, say any number 01234, and this will be having any number, telephonic number 56789. So this will be transferred using your phone number. Your phone number will be connected to the fax machine, and then all the process that I have prepared over the board, that process will be happening. Okay. So after learning about the fax, we should learn about modem. What do we mean by the term modem? This modem is the combination of two words, that is modulation plus demodulation. See, you would have seen in this diagram that I have erased now. In that diagram, the digital signal was converted into the analog signal by using the modem. And again, the modem was used to convert the analog signal to the digital signal. That means the modem is the medium to communicate by changing the signal. You can change the data from digital to analog or from analog to digital using this modem. Even at your homes, I think you all students will be using the modem, that is your, you can say the many companies offer their modems that you apply in your laptops, in your computers, which is related to any network. It is a hardware network and nothing else. This is the hardware network that you connect to your computer, your PC, your laptops, and you start using your internet. This modem is based on the speed that is attaining by this, and it is related to the bits per second. So it depends on how many number of bits it is transmitting per second. More the number of bits being transferred per second, more will be the speed of internet, and more good you can communicate with other, or you can find out, search out anything on internet. Now I am using term internet again and again, so let us just discuss about that. I think there should not be any need to introduce this word before you, because this is itself a word which every child would be knowing, I should say. The siblings, your siblings which is just, who is just born, who is just 2 to 3 years of age, or just a newborn baby, that will also be knowing about the internet. Why I am saying so? Because today's, you can say, the kids are so smart and technological active. How I can say that they are technologically active? Because every kid know how to start the YouTube and find out the poems, the rhymes. They just, I have seen many kids, they snatched my phone from me and start playing online games, or start playing YouTube and see the fun games over there. So that means they are aware of something, that is internet. So internet is that platform which provide you the access to find out anything which is going around you, or to find out anything which you want to find. Yeah. So internet is providing many search engines to us. This internet was started or established in US in 1960. After that it became public in 1990s, so that every public started using the internet. And this internet provide number of search engines to us. These search engines are nothing but Google, Yahoo, Mozilla Firefox, MSN, and so many things. There are number of search engines nowadays, so you can search anything. But yeah, be aware of one thing: when you are using internet, when you are using an anonymous search engine, there will be higher possibility that you are going to download the spyware or the viruses, the malware into your desktop or whatever medium you are using, because they attach some malware with any search engine, and when you are going to search for the particular thing, you will be directed to the ID or the website where the malware will be attached. When you will be open it, your malware will be entered into your mobile phone, your laptop, whatever you are using, and then your data will be accessed. So be aware of that. Only use the genuine search engines and these genuine websites. Don't go while using the internet. There is possibility that you will be fancied with, you will be impressed with the number of website, but don't go with the flow. Just aware of that there are number of spywares nowadays. Maybe there are so many vulnerabilities, but beside of that you should be aware of this. Okay. So after knowing about internet, you would learn about the email. Everybody is aware of Gmail or the Rediff mail. The mail, that means if you want to make a chat with a person, if you want to chat with a person using your electronic device, that is called as the electronic mail or the email. So this email is nothing but a medium of communicating with another person using your keyboard, you can say, where you can text your message, you can compose your message, and you can send to another person. Along with that, you can, if you want to transfer any image, any GIF, any you can say any document, you can make an attachment, you can attach your files, and you can send to the user. This is a very effective and very easy way of communication. Okay, so after learning about the email, we should learn about the online chat. What do we mean by that? There are very many websites. If I take one simple case of Facebook. Facebook is that platform where you can start chatting with an anonymous person also if you will be accepting the friend request of that person. But still again there are so many apps where you can start talking to another person without sending any friend request or without accepting any friend request. I should not be informing you because I know you guys are very smart and you guys would be knowing about these apps where you can start chatting with a person that we call as the online chat, right? Now one more term that I should tell you is broadcast message. Broadcast message is that one particular thing, for example, if I am a company owner, I am having a company of mobile network and there are number of customers that is connected with my company. I want to send a message that do not use the mobile network for 1 hour because in that 1 hour it is going to be hazardous for you. So if I want to inform all the public, the audience, so I will do one thing, I will type a text and I will broadcast it. So that means broadcast means from one person to number of person. And in online chat, what do? You are communicating with a single person. Even if I take the case of Gmail or email, you are communicating with one person. While in the broadcast, you are communicating from one person to number of person, to hundreds and thousands of person. So this we have learnt about the broadcast message. And now the e-commerce. Students, I must tell you this e-commerce is a very interesting thing because I know everybody is enjoying the session of doing the online shopping through the number of websites. Should I take their names or you are already knowing that? I don't think that I should inform you because there are number of websites from where you regularly doing online shopping. So this is nothing but there are merchants who upload their materials that they want to sell on the websites. You open the website and you search for the brand, you search for the material that you want to purchase. You send them the money, they send the material to you. This is the commerce being done. E-commerce, that is nothing but the e-commerce. The online shopping is the best example of e-commerce. Okay. So these are terms. Now there is one more term, mobile telephony. Mobile telephony is nothing but the cellular communication. I should write over here, mobile telephony. So this is nothing but everybody is knowing what do we mean by the mobile phone. Mobile phone is that when suppose there are two phones. I know this is not looking like a phone, but you have to consider it a phone. Okay. Okay, so these are phones. These phones are these are cellular phones which will be having inbuilt antenna inside this. The mobile phones that everybody is using nowadays have an inbuilt antenna. When you send a call, when you dial a number and when you give a call to a person, suppose A and B, you want to communicate with the person B, you have dialed the number, this number will be going through your antenna, the inbuilt antenna, and the waves will be transferred to the radio waves. These radio waves will move into the air and it will be collected at that antenna which will be nearest to this cellular network. So for example, an antenna is placed over here, this message will be received to this antenna and this antenna will transfer the signal through the radio wave to this particular cellular phone, and that is how you are able to listen to the person, because your voice that you are speaking will be converted into the signals. So your signals will be going to like this. Again there will be a, first of all the message will go to this antenna and then it will be going like this. So you understand what is happening? when you are dialing the number, the case will happen. Similarly, in the landline also the case happens. Okay. So, now there is one more term that is left as GPS. Everybody is knowing about GPS. This is geolocation. Tell me firstly, what is the definition, what is the full form? Can you tell me? Everybody is using the GPS in their mobile phones, and I hope you would be knowing that, but I know that many of you will be not knowing about. Geolocation positioning system. This is the full form of GPS. This is the medium where the satellite is being used to communicate or to locate any particular thing. For example, if you want to locate any direction, it will be given through the satellite to you. Your message that you are typing, the location will be sent to the server of the GPS where it has been placed, and through the satellite that they will be sending you the location. So, this GPS is a very good thing for that is made for us, because we can locate the position of any particular thing, any person, from where it belongs and from where it is going. So, GPS is a very brilliant invention of today's era, and nowadays in every new vehicle that is coming, the cars, or you can say in the mobile phones, an inbuilt GPS is being provided to you, wherein you can locate any address or any location. So, this is it for today's class. We will be discussing the question answers in the coming class. So, till then, just take care. Thanks a lot.